How many of us have them? Ha! Friends. What? What? And how many of us love them? Friends. What? And how many of them hate your guts because they are some hating, negative, toxic, envious individuals. The worst of the worst. The worst you've ever met. Ever. Hey my friends, it is the one and only, the Lit Southern Belle, me, Navah, and you're watching the Lit Southern Belle.
Soundstripe.
Hey my friends, it is the one and only, the Lit Southern Belle, me, Navah, and you're watching the Lit Southern Belle podcast. Today, on the second episode, we are talking about friends. If you did not, you don't know that song, please go talk to your parents and get a better music library. Music taste trash. But today, we're discussing friends. Why, you may ask? This is the time where in our lives, as young adults, we start to realize the importance of friends. Meaning that the friends you used to have, the friends you used to choose, you have either stopped choosing those friends or you no longer relate to them anymore. And I'm here to tell you why. Here to tell you why. You evolve, you change, number one. Number two, yes, my notes are so messed up. Number two, some people's life paths do not align with yours, and you have to learn to accept that. Doesn't mean you hate them and you talk bad about them. No, like you just be like, I wish you well. The path you try to go on is not helping me, it's hurting me. And you have to be an adult about that and just be like, let's just dial back on our meetups, our links, whatever you call them. Let's dial back on our boundaries with this relationship. Maybe it should be not friends, not best of friends, it should be acquaintances. And number three of why you see you can't relate to your friend anymore is because a little bit more detailed is that you've went through some things that they did not witness, so therefore you're not the same person that they experienced before you went through any traumatic type of experiences or any type of life-changing and growth experiences. People are like, what's these traumatic life changes and what's these? Sometimes you can have kids and your focus has changed from going out clubbing and partying to you with your kids. And yes, I say kids because I do know people who have 2 children and they're the same age as me. I know someone who is about to have a child. So this is definitely not taboo. People have kids young and early, to each his own. But you have kids. You can't go out to the party. You can't go out to the club. You can't go, oh, let's see what the boys and so-and-so college do. You can't do that anymore. Your focus is to take care of your kid and to do everything you can to provide for it. Those days, I wouldn't say those days are eliminated away from you. It's just that you will have to pick and choose because you have someone watching you. Those, I would say, life-changing experience. Now, traumatic, any traumatic experience that you can think of can also change your mindset to how you think. For good or for bad, or sometimes both. Some people experience the death of a loved one and they look at their life differently about like, I want to do something different. I want to actually make an impact. I actually want to have some purpose in my life. And they realize the people around them have lived their life without that. And they realize that this is not what they want, it's not what they need to surround themselves with, because they realize that their destination, their endpoint is different from their friends. And it doesn't align whatsoever. Happens. The fourth thing I would say is, now, y'all gonna kind of hate me for this, but it really be the thing. Distance. People be like, no, I can be cool and friends with you. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes the distance shows a lot of who the person is. It also shows when you have distance between you and the person you're friends with, sometimes the distance can bring about some type of characteristics, or also it can put you onto people that just align with you at the moment and turn into some real life permanent friends. And it's not to bash your friend that you did have, it's just the fact of the only time you talk to them is when you're congratulating them on accomplishment, because they are still your friend. It's just y'all not as close as y'all thought, as y'all used to be, because of the distance. That's life. But if you've been friends with them for a long time and they've never done you wrong, I would not cut them off. It's just you have to acknowledge that the friendship has shifted to what it is and keep it pushing. That's really the 4 reasons why sometimes friendships drift, you fall apart, and I wouldn't say you can't relate to them anymore, but it's just you're not as close. Now, I got some reasons. Now, why you can't relate to them? Shut up. Same reasons. But I'm gonna get deeper to that. If you find yourself going back home or going back to your hometown and visiting the people that you used to kick it with every day, you in school with them, you chill with them, you party with them, you did everything under the sun with them, and when you come back, you're not interested in those things anymore. Those things are kind of just, I wouldn't say beneath you, but those things are just kind of, they don't excite you anymore. I experienced this personally. I'll go back home, the things I wanted to do, the people I've always tried to force myself around, I no longer care to do. I always wanted to, as a person that went to private school, I always wanted to hang out with the black kids that went to the public schools, because I feel like I gotta get to know who I am, but most importantly, get to know my own people. And sometimes my own people were the ones that would turn on me. Now, here or there, this is nothing to do with race, but I realized the people I try to force myself around, I look down the line and here we are, I'm 20 years old, they are still at their mother's house. They're still living the same life they've lived since they were 16. Nothing has changed but a job and a few children. Nothing in your life has progressed or slowed down. It just shows that they've continued the cycles that they wanted to break. Many of them have jobs and things that they don't like. Many of them rant all the time on the internet about how they do not like their job. Many of the time, they're just leading a life that is just very effortless and with no purpose. Still in the everyday drama that's going on in the town, still in everybody's mouth, still has everyone else's name in their mouth. It's just a lot of negative things that are going on. And that's the things that I used to think were cool. Till I got to college, I went around people who were doing something, who were, about something. And I went to school with people who were about something, but it's different when you see your own people moving in a way as such and carrying themselves in a way that's just at a higher standard. It was different. I realized that there was nothing wrong with me, and for me to try to force myself around these people all the time, and when I go back home, I realized that all those years of being made fun of being just pointed out and always being excluded from being myself, ended up being rewarded. Now, personally speaking, and this is gonna be personal, reasons why you don't relate to the people and sometimes your family anymore is because you've evolved. You're thinking in why? For friendship wise, because parents is a whole nother episode. But for for friendship wise, the reason why you outgrow your friends is because 9 times out of 10 y'all all went to school somewhere differently, met people, got into things. It's not convenient anymore. You have to be careful and recognize friendships that form out of convenience. Yes, you're going to be best friends with someone that you see almost, if y'all were on the cheerleading team together, basketball team together, for all, 6-7 years of your middle school and high school career, of course you're going to be the best of friends. Will it continue after high school? If you go to the same college together. Or if that friend is truly genuine and, you know, y'all just so happen to keep y'all's paths aligned, sure. But you cannot force them to align. So, one of the reasons why you cannot relate to your friends is because you are out of the boundaries of convenience. You have realized that there's some things you like, there's things you don't like. When you come back, y'all either grow closer because of that, or y'all just kind of turn into acquaintances. But that's cool, that's what's up. You know, it's no hard feelings, it's all love when y'all see each other. But like I said, the hangouts, the links are cut short. And another reason, it's kind of hard for me to talk about because it's very personal. It's happened. And it's happened. But another reason why you can't relate to your friends anymore is simply because they chose a life path that is going to really destroy yours. And they don't care if it destroys yours. They just care about what they got going on. You have to realize that sometimes people don't be caring about you for real. And I hate to sound negative. People don't care about you for real to the point where they're like, oh, I'm destroying you, or I'm affecting or hurting you. Wow, that's crazy. Some people really don't take that to heart or take that seriously or really think that's something that they need to fix because it's like, you don't like it, you can leave. I'm not saying that's the best attitude to have, but a lot of people, it's rare to find people that will be like, oh, this is affecting me, this is disturbing me. I don't want to distract you from your path. Let me not do this. Some people just do not think like that. Some people do not care about how their energy affects others. You have to be cognizant of that and not take it personally. It's never, when people hurt you, it's never something because of something that you did. It's never, oh, it's just you. I'ma hurt you because it's just you. So take it personally. Never take the hurt that someone calls you personally, because most of the time it's always a problem that centers and roots with them that they have not solved yet, so they project it onto you. That's really what it is. The hurt that someone causes you is at the root of themselves and it has nothing to do with you. So if you take it personal, you're playing yourself and you're hurting yourself for no reason. No complete reason. Stop it. So, the next thing I would say is something miscellaneous. It has to be something miscellaneous. When I say something miscellaneous, I mentioned life path, I mentioned distance. You're outside the boundaries of convenience, you can't relate to them anymore. When I say something miscellaneous, it has to be, I say something petty. The reason why I say something petty is because that's mostly one of the main reasons is why too you see long-term friends who are no longer friends. It happens. Can they be fixed? Can it be resolved? Yes, it can always be resolved, can always be fixed, but both parties have to want that to be fixed. And if they don't, that's the end of the friendship right there. And when I say miscellaneous are like petty things, it's just small things like, oh, you think you're better than me because you go to this and this school and this and the third, or mostly the root of it, of miscellaneous things, is because either envy, jealousy, or intimidation. I had a friend who I always played second fiddle to. I didn't realize it until I got older, because we were friends for 11 years. I didn't realize until I got older that like, hey, like, I'm playing second fiddle. People come up to me saying, oh, you're so-and-so's friend. Not my name. And I'm just like, whoa, that's not how I want to be known. This is a small town. And if I'm known as so-and-so's friend, mind you, I have created my own reputation. My parents are very well known in the city that I live in, in the city that I'm from. And, you know, I can tell people my parents and they'll be like, oh, you're so-and-so's child. I know that, you know, I know your parents. You go to this and this school, like you're doing so well. And, you know, I'm not the person that wants to be recognized for my accomplishments all the time and where I grow, but I do want to be recognized as an individual. And what I realized is that being friends with this person stripped me of my individuality because I was playing second fiddle. There was a time when she was always hogging all the spotlight. And you have to be very careful with friends who always are the center of attention. Are they hogging it up, or are they also letting you shine as well and putting you on as much as you put them on? Make sure the reciprocation is at 100%. Because if it's not, you would end up playing second fiddle to someone, and that's not what you deserve.
Sounds right.
So we went to college, and I started doing my thing. She did her thing, and a few words were exchanged as a joke, and she did not take it as a joke. Right. And I apologized. I said, I'm sorry, whatever like that. I was blocked, and
sounds right.
Didn't talk to her for 2 months. I get hit up by one of my guy friends, and you know how this goes. Said he liked me, and we start talking. Mind you, at the time, me and her were not friends, so I didn't take to ask her like, "Hey, is it okay?" Because we were friends. We were still continuing to be friends, and we squashed the little argument that we had before, and we cooled off. Then yeah, okay, I would have asked her first. First of all, I would have just been hands off with it. I would have been like, "Hey, you dated my friend." No, but she wasn't my friend. She didn't want anything to do with me. She said she wanted to talk to me again. So I took it as like, okay, I don't owe her anything. I don't, there's no type of pact being made. So I don't have anything to honor. There's no girl code. You can't have girl code with people who are not your friends and people who don't claim to be your friends. So I continued, and turns out the guy broke up with me, and I started talking to the guy because of personal reasons, and 2 days later he was back with her. And I said, wait a minute. Oh no, man. Funny thing is though, me and her got back friends a week or 2 later after I stopped talking to the guy, and me and her were cool. Me and her were chilling, talking like normal. And then she gets me up and says like, "Hey, we're back together. It's great, So that I'm glad you told me to talk to him." And I told her to talk to him because, we were all friends. I don't have grudges we held. I was trying to be cordial, trying to be nice, and just trying to be friendly. And it's just to make conversation. Didn't think she would actually text him so shortly after we stopped talking. And I didn't think that he would try to bounce back and forth. So, yeah. So that's what happened, and she thought I broke girl code. I apologized, and I ended up showing her messages of what he said about her. Oh, wait, here. And y'all, that wasn't my best. That wasn't my best moment, because there was a lot of ways I could have handled that differently, and there was a lot of ways where I could have told her that, hey, he's been talking to me. I could have just said nothing. Since it was so short-lived and so trivial and it wasn't official, I could have said nothing. Literally nothing. But I was like, since we're friends,
sounds right.
I respect, I'm gonna tell her what's been happening when we weren't friends and
sounds right.
Give her a heads up. Didn't take the heads up too well, and whew. So after that, it was the end. And that's what I mean by miscellaneous and petty. Is that there's some things that's out of your control. Yes, in the moment I could have handled it differently. I didn't have to show her the messages. I didn't have to tell his business to her and this and the third. There were a lot of things that were immature on my part, also her part. In all parties, it was some parts of it being immature. Very immature. So we have to realize that. I realized that after a while, I was like, okay, this is petty, and the third. But so much time, I think 2 years has gone by, we have not talked. Because the last time I saw her, I was getting for debutante. Yeah, I thought the Lit Southern Belle was just a name. No, I lived it out every day. But I literally, oh my gosh, getting ready for debutante, I was going to church. Mind you, I forgot that my African American looking self was in the newspaper for the debutante, and it was happening. This was Sunday in church, so it was happening that next weekend. The pastor's wife gets up and she's like, all right, everyone, I want to, congratulate Miss Wood on, I'm not gonna tell you my first name yet. Y'all don't know me like that. Congratulate Miss Wood on her being involved in the debutante for the Rome Symphony at the Coosa Country Club. Let me not get those names. So the pastor's wife gets up and she's like, all right, guys, I want to congratulate Miss Wood for being a part of this year's debutante. Old girl did not like that. Old girl was like, got up and walked out of the church. Yes, the church. Mind you, I didn't know I was about to be congratulated. I didn't tell them anything. Like I said, I forgot that I was in the newspaper because I don't read my hometown's newspaper. Now, I don't read it enough to where it's just like, hey, I'm in it. Especially if I knew I was going to be in it, I definitely wasn't going to go look at my own picture. Because I don't like to look at things that I create or I'm involved in until I did the event and the event said it's done. I don't like to do it before the event has happened because it's just so... I feel like it's bad luck. It's like if I created when I create my videos, I look at them, only look at them when I edit them. And then I upload them and I don't look at them again until probably won't look at this video until like another month. Like I might go edit it and then that's not what I don't like looking at my own work for too long because I'll get tempted to try to create perfection that isn't needed. It's unnecessary. So that's why I like to wait until my work marinates and settles in to where I can look at it with a fresh set of eyes. Mind you, also pictures are the same. Someone took a picture of me, I look at it immediately that day I took the picture, but if it's gonna be put somewhere, I don't wanna see it until it's released and the event is over. Mind you, it was released to promote the event, to promote the debutante, so. But I didn't know, y'all. So also short, I didn't know that the newspaper was gonna be put out that time because I didn't ask. My mom asked, of course, and she's telling everyone, but me, I'm just sitting here like, I'm ready to go to my apartment. I'm ready to just swoon out of here, be grown. So this debutante was the last thing I could do in my hometown before I could really move in and just be grown. So I saw a girl walk out. And of course, I guess she walked back in. But she looked unhappy that I was being congratulated. Mind you, they had me to stand up in front of the whole entire congregation. Mind you, I'm not a real huge religious person, but I do like to go to church and fellowship with the family that I do have there. But y'all, I get up in church, the service is over. Ouch. The service is over and I go to be the bigger person, say hey to her and ask her how she's doing. I was like, hey, how you been? She's like, fine. Mind you, she's looking at her phone. She's not looking at me, she's like, fine. I was like, how you been? She's like, I'm good. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll see you later then. Okay. The whole entire time, not looking at me. Does not say hello to my sister. Mind you, she loved my sister. People thought that was her sister. Did not say hey to my sister. Very, very bad energy, very negative, low vibration type of energy I picked up on me. And I was not having it. First of all, you're not gonna just not say hey to my sister. I'll just stay right here beside you because, really, don't know who's my sister because lucky we in that church. Lucky we in that church because, girl. But after that, I was like, okay. There is no way of resolving this. There is no way of coming to a resolution on this at all whatsoever. There's no way around it. She doesn't want to sit and talk, she doesn't want to chill. Okay.
Sounds right.
I come back funny thing is, I go back to my hometown to speak and to accept a scholarship, and I run into her aunt, and her aunt was like, y'all need to make up and be friends again. Y'all shouldn't like argue or fight over boy stuff. It's more than that. She said, what do you mean? And I was telling her how I always felt like the second fiddle, like, you know, it kind of like center attention was always on her. I was known as her friend. Gave her the whole spiel. And she's like, have you ever told her that you feel that way? And I was like, I have, but I don't think it's been received. It hasn't been received well. And she was like, y'all need to sit and talk. Y'all need to be friends again. Y'all were good friends. And I truly believe that, and I truly appreciate that an adult has came to me and realized that, you know, but I also told her about the situation of when I tried to talk to her last time I was here, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that she treated you that way. You know, that's not right. And, you know, carrying on and saying like, you know, I'm glad you try to be the better person, you know. And when I realized that when it comes to friends, I've always been the bigger person, even when I didn't need to be. And I realized that sometimes it's just good to have no response. Meet the person that you may be in cahoots with, they may be like, oh, you're a D girl, you're this, you're that, I can't stand you, you're not gonna respond to me, you're just being rude, you're just being awful, you're just being no, I'm not. Not at all. I'm not. I am not responding to your ignorance. I'm not responding to your low energy, your low vibrations. I refuse to respond to that. So I gotta leave it. You just refuse to respond to it. You don't. It's a story that I was told. And it was a good tiger and a bad tiger. I forgot what it was. We just want to say a tiger. And the person said, which tiger you think is gonna take over the other tiger? And so it said, I don't know which one. It said the one that you feed. So what's gonna take over your entire existence? The good energy or the bad energy? Which one are you choosing to feed? Because if you continue to feed the bad, that's the one that's gonna take over and that's gonna become your permanent existence until you wake up and realize and self-reflect on yourself and get rid of it. So if you don't do that, you will feed the bad energy. And if you don't take precautions before that and realize that you're feeding bad energy, you make this habit to not continue to do so, that bad energy will die off. It will die off. I wouldn't say it'd be completely removed from your life, no, but it will die off and it will not take over or be in your way as it used to be when you used to feed it. And that's how I've taken that. Now I know what y'all saying. Well, how do I accept the fact that, you know, the friends I used to roll with ain't friends? Well, how do I accept it? How do I move forward? I'm hurt because this was my friends who moved forward. We were in diapers together. We took pictures together. Oh my gosh, we went to prom together. Like, we have all these memories, all these pictures. Look, the way to accept is that three things you say to yourself. It's a part of life. Everyone cannot be a part of every phase in your life. Number 2, things happen, but that doesn't mean that I must show hate. Number 3, not every friend is permanent. And if you keep those 3 things in mind, you have to realize and you come to terms and you assume be at peace with those things. Yes, they will hurt you because you're human, but they will not take over and change your mood to where you are in a constant state of disarray because of it. Now that you have moved forward and you have accepted those things, friend, I want you to say this with me. Every person that is in my life or that is being brought into my life is there to teach me something about myself that I do not know, that I am not aware of, and that I have yet to face. Every person that is in my life represents my past, present, or future. Sometimes the past can be bad. Sometimes the past can be nostalgic. but I do not want to stay in the past. My friends can represent me currently in the present. Is it what I like? Is it what I desire to transfer to my future? Or is it something I need to get rid of and clean up? If my friends represent, for the friends that represent what I'm going towards, I hope that you open your arms and embrace me with so much love and affection. I hope that you can love me the way I love myself. And if your reciprocation is on 100, we about to make some magic, and we about to be a dynamic group of people. All right, my friends, this concludes the second episode of the Lit Southern Belle. Stay flourishing, my friends.
Soundstripe.